Hi, my name is Imelda Himasmar and I'm a product photography coach helping handmade sellers learn how to shoot product photos that sell online. And today I wanted to talk about custom listings and listings where you are giving your customer options to have to select before they buy from you. Now, for the most part, these listings are great. They give your customer some flexibility about the final end product that they're going to get from you. However, they can be also really problematic and a lot of trouble for your customer, to the point where they might just decide, I'm not going to even deal with this. I'm not buying from them. This is too much work. So I want to share with you a couple things to keep in mind when you are creating these listings, and hopefully you are not creating more headaches for your customer. So first off, one thing that I see with these listings is there are too many options for your customer to have to select by. Now, when you are making your customer have to jump through a bunch of loopholes or hoops or whatever you want to call them, the more work it is for them to have to figure out, what color do I want, what size, what pattern, what finish, what do I want my text to be on this product. And so it's a lot of work, and sometimes people don't want to have to deal with making a bunch of decisions to buy one thing, right? So I highly encourage you to just keep it simple, simplify it as much as possible. Make sure that whatever options you are asking your customer to provide you, that it's clear. The languaging is clear. They know what they need to type in. They need to know what option they need to select, because one mistake and you might end up with an unhappy customer when they say, hey, that wasn't what I actually wanted. So keep it really simple. Think through this part of your listing very carefully. Another thing I see with these listings is, listings where sellers are using like cutesy names for patterns or colors or even sizes of products. Now, you need to make sure that whatever languaging, sizing, colors, whatever you're using for them to select in the listing, you need to make sure that's clear in your product photos. So if you have a pattern for a napkin and it's midnight sun, make sure that the photo that is the midnight sun product is clear. Put some text on it so that when your customer is going through your listing photos and they say, oh, I really like that pattern, that they're able to say, oh, that's the midnight sun, and they can easily select that option in the drop down menu. Same thing with colors. Make sure that it's clear, because not everybody sees colors normally, right? Some people are colorblind. So the more that you can make it clear what those options are in your product photos by adding text, the better it's going to be for your customer to be able to make sure that they're getting what it is that they want. Another thing that I see that drives me crazy is when sellers are giving options to customers to select, but they're not showing what those options are in their product photos. So if you sell, hair bow ties, and you're saying it comes with 2 different backings, but you're not showing what those backings are, how do you expect your customer to make sure that they're selecting the right one for like their hair type, or if it's a gift for the person that they're buying for? So you need to make sure that whatever you're talking about and having your customer select is being also communicated in your product photos. Like, everything needs to match. It needs to be like this great communication cycle, right? Like, your photos are communicating the same thing that you're communicating in your listing and the drop down menus and so on. So you really need to make sure that you think through these types of listings and that they're very clear, and that your photos are communicating the same thing, and that your customer knows exactly what they're buying. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about these kinds of listings or challenges that you run into, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.